Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. So I'm going to read on the debate, the VP debate. So I think maybe I'll use two decks and do one spread for for Tim, yay, and then the other one for the Couchman. So yeah, I'll do it that way. Let me bring over my table right now, and we'll get this going. Hold on. Okay, so I have two different Rider-Waite-Smith. They're both the same deck, but two different decks. You can see I colored the edges of this one and not this one. I pretty much have that one shuffled but the cards are all upright for JD. Over here, on the left side, of course, we have Tim Walz, 60 years old, former school teacher, retired U.S. Army officer, even though I guess he wasn't out, commissioned out or whatever they call it. Governor of Minnesota, and he also served on the Veterans Affairs Committee. And then JD Vance, which, I mean, the dude's name, I guess he was born, I don't know, David James Hamill, but then somewhere along the name he even had the name of, James David Hamill. Even had the name of James David Bowman, which is kind of weird. I guess he took his papa's name. And he's apparently identifies as being descendants from hillbilly royalty. Like literally the Hatfield and McCoys kind of reality. And he's only 40 years old. I'm sorry, that's not... I mean, I didn't mind Obama at 45, but I would have liked him better, in his 50s, actually. I think people are wiser once they get past their second Saturn return, at least. Okay, Tim. Okay, so how's Tim going to do at the debate? JD's is here. The debate is Tuesday, October 1st. I don't know what network, probably, I would bet. They will all cover it, so it's kind of a moot point. And I'm sure you'll be able to watch it online. But it's being held, only thing I could find online is that it's being held in New York City. So, okay. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I think I've got the camera up high enough. We'll see. If not, I'll lift it up. I'll raise it up. So, Tim Walz. How are you going to do? Tim Walz. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, he's a coach. He was a coach for how many years? I guess that was part of the former school teacher part. Was it coach the whole time or not? You guys let me know. Right there. Okay. All right. So he's going to be coming out the gate with a whole lot of judgment, telling the truth. He's the new voice to follow. He's following his own inner calling. Wow. His challenge will be to figure out what to give and what to just kind of let go. Well, and it's managing the details, like the physical details that's going to be coming out of this guy's pie hole over here. He's going to decide, well, should I take this one in and throw it back out, or should I just kind of let it go and put out my own thing? He's going to be sitting in a place, coming into it. Well, he has control over here, though, too. He's going to be, having to hold his own and, not be knocked down. He's going to have to take a stand, but he's good at that. I mean, Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo. This guy over here is a Leo. This guy's Aries. We're dealing with a lot of fire, right? And but Mars and Leo, they don't take anything. They don't. You'll get that big stick at you. That's what you'll get. In the past, or his past, this could be that he has a really healthy relationship with his wife and his mother. But this is my card for honoring all that is sacred, and to him, it's family and children, and especially, taking care of children. He's got that quality within him. Okay, what's hanging over him? Let me bring this up a little. Whoops, that's too far. There we go. I don't know if that even made a bit of difference, but anyway, I think so. When it comes to the Ace of Swords hanging over him, he's going to just be trying to, get to the truth, put the truth out there. That's all that's about. It's clarity, it's raw power, it's victory, it's breakthroughs, it's that mental, take that. Okay, the Magician for the near future. I like all these uprights. You saw me shuffle for. You saw me looking for what do you call reversals. So with the Magician, so this would be, I'm thinking, as the debate goes on, but then this would also be post debate, at least a week or more after, a month probably. And we could say even all the way through to the election. But the Magician, okay, so coming from skill and concentration and all the resources he has within. And it's ruled by Mercury, so, we're talking about communication, major power in communication. So these are great cards for him. His internal stance, he is going to be feeling kind of, a little bit defended. I mean, this is our card of persistence and perseverance and resilience and focusing on the long-term goals. This is our Moon and Sag card. Sag rules politics. With the Moon, this is the place where he's a good speaker. And he's just showing up with tons of courage, even though, he's been a wounded warrior, and maybe, just maybe, he's going to be talking a lot about the the military and anybody that's been in the military, and because he serving on that Veterans Affairs Committee, he does have a lot of information there. The external events, he's got the Moon, so the external events will be, actually I can see that I'm going to run out of room here. The external events is going to be the crazy talk that comes out of this guy. That's what's going to be happening. Let me go ahead and raise it up a little so I got some more on the side there. Okay, yeah, I can see him. I'm going to have trouble. That's a little tricky to fit everything in. Okay. So crazy talk from the other guy. He's going to be fighting off the illusions and the delusions. Where's my chopstick? Here we go. Fighting off the fears, because the Trump-Vance ticket is nothing but fears and racism. And, it's dark. It's major illusion, fears. People go into anxiety, which is, for some people, that's their natural state. They don't mind living in fear, and so that's why they would vote for these guys over here. But Tim, I think, is going to be calling that out. That's interesting. That that being in the external, what's coming in. Okay, so hopes and fears. We've got the High Priestess. Now, with the High Priestess, this could be, because it's upright, it's true. It's upright. This is his hope to stay connected to his higher self. That's how I'm going to read that. And then, look at that. The outcome of the debate for him, the King of Wands. This is Aries, total Aries card. Aries, Leo, or Sag. Yeah, I think he has a Libra moon. But anyway, this card is leadership, authority. That's it. That's great. Okay. Lisa and I read we did readings yesterday in our live stream, but me, the idiot that I am, you know, does anyone out there, can you relate to, like, you know, you've got a bunch of kids running around and you're always calling them the wrong names. You know, you're saying one thing, but then it's like you mean the other. I mean, you're calling like, hey, instead, I would never say like, hey, you, or anything like that, but I always would be calling them the wrong names if I had too many running around and there were too much crazy stuff going on. And that's what I did yesterday. I focused in on, in fact, I was using this deck here, the Astro Matrix Tarot, and I was focusing in on Tim over here, but I kept saying Kamala, and because I could feel her energy with him, and I never did say one thing that I was thinking because I think I got distracted or I didn't want to talk over Lisa. But what I kept feeling was that Tim is being coached by Kamala's team, the same team. They've got the same coaching team. Okay, so yeah. So anything else with this King of Wands up here? I kind of feel like he's just, you know, he's going to be coming from the outcome of the debate is we are going to see Tim Walz's vision for the future, that looking forward into the future, and that power and all of that strength. I mean, that's pretty good. And honor. This is a card of honor when it's upright. It's a card of honor. He might be also talking about, you know, how important it is that we're able to be entrepreneurial, where we can start our own businesses. And, you know, we have our small business. He might be talking about like all the small business loans. So yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to focus over here on J.D. Vance, who, you know, it's not even his real name, but whatever. His last name is switched. Which is it? What is it? Is it Hamill, Bowman, or Vance? Because, well, I guess he took the Vance from his, like I said, the pawpaw. And anyway, so he's a Leo. He wrote the Hillbilly book where he questioned his own sexual orientation. It's obvious he wears eyeliner. People have told me that they've gone online, and I haven't done it yet myself. Maybe everybody could do it and let me know what you get. But they've looked at pictures when he was a kid, and he doesn't have those black eyelashes. So maybe it's just mascara. I don't know. The thing that I do know is that he used to be a Never Trumper. He's been funded by Peter Thiel, and Peter Thiel's been his friend. So makes you wonder about that. Right there. He's gonna be, here's what I'm getting. He's gonna be like, oh God, why did I come here? Why did I sign up for this? Why did I do this? So at the debate, he's sitting in this place of boredom, and he's missing opportunities to come back at Tim. He's going to be aloof and laid back and act like he's, you know, like he's got it all together, but it's all a big facade. And primarily, when I get this card, is you know, for someone, I'm wondering if there are unresolved issues with women. It's also a hangover card, you know, because it follows the Three of Cups. And it's, you know, because of the being ruled by the moon in Cancer, that's why I think of like, oh, well, what about women? How do you really feel? So, okay, his big challenge will be the massive amounts of information that come in that he can't handle, and then he's lost his direction. The Knight of Swords reversed, definitely. Major scattered thoughts. A disregard for whatever consequences are coming in. You know, the consequences of this debate to him and on his soul, he doesn't care about that. You know, he's just thinking of winning. He has morphed into what he thinks he needs to be in order to get what he wants out of life without any regard for his soul at all. So therefore, his brain won't be able to handle all the information. Now he gets the high priestess reversed. Well, actually, probably this way, I guess. For the place that he's coming from, of which he does have some control. But when I see the high priestess reversed, I think of secrets, major secrets, and I think of hidden agendas, and I think of somebody not being able to get the information right, no connection to the higher self or intuition. Sometimes, when it's reversed with him, I would say for sure that's it. No connection to his instincts. He's stuck in his subconscious mind, and it's like, oh man, it's a mess in there. That's where he's coming from. In his past, he has not been able to get away with this flip-flopping all over the place, this acting like he's this and all that. And, his past is out there. Everybody can find anybody's anything if they search hard enough. But in the reverse position, the Seven of Swords to me, it's the moon in, this one's literally the moon. We've got the moon in Cancer here. We've got, all the air signs here, the Knight of Swords. But with the Seven of Swords, this is our moon in Aquarius. So he's not able to, normally Aquarians, the Aquarian energy can think outside the box, but it can also be really rebellious. And for him, because it came through reversed, these are mental challenges. This is self-deception. This is somebody lying to get whatever they want. And he may also be cruel. There might be some cruelty, some hidden cruelty that comes out if he gets defensive enough. So that's interesting. Okay, let's see. Hanging over him. So there we go, that's the past. Hanging over him where he doesn't, he doesn't really have any control going on there. Look at that. King of Wands. So the short answer, you guys, is that Walz is going to end him. This Walz is going to be taking up way too much space in this guy's head. And he's going to not be able to find his voice. He's going to lie. He's going to get all defensive. He's going to lose his direction. And most of all, I think he's showing up with a hangover. That's what I think. Okay. So his near future when it comes to, makes me wonder I have no idea what sign his wife is, but it makes me wonder like what might be waiting at home for him. But the near future has to do with women who, now he's not going to vibe with these women, but this will be women who are going to show him the direction they want to go, and they don't want any of his crap. He's going to be in the midst of women who are very organized and perceptive and independent and, will just want their independence. He doesn't want independence for women. He doesn't even want to give credence to his own wife. I mean, he's on the racist bandwagon. Is exactly what's going on there. And, man, what a mess. Okay, the internal forces, whatever is going on inside of him, he is wondering about women. Maybe he's trying to get his makeup right, because this is the prep for the debate. Maybe there's women around him trying to help him do his makeup, and maybe he's drinking. He's definitely focused on abundance and celebrating, and I don't know. I get the feeling it's more about how can he create what he wants, and I think he's drinking. Okay, external forces against him. People are like, dude, where can you pick a spot? Like, what are totally deluded, coming from illusions, smoke and mirrors, but he can't really figure out what he wants. So in the debate, he's going to be wishy-washy all over the place. There are, a lot of cup cards here. And the moon here, I mean, my goodness. Cards that rule the moon, or the moon rules cards in different signs. Yeah, and even this one, when it comes to the astrological equivalency, this is our Mercury in Cancer. So, here we are, moon here, moon in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer. Yeah. Issues with women, and they're on full display is what I'm thinking, even though he's trying to cover them up. His hopes and fears, he's afraid of judgment. Yeah, I would be too if I were him. It's like with Trump. When people have this much baggage, you should never run for a political position. I've always thought that. Okay, end result outcome of the debate for this guy, Looney Tunes. He's crazy. Let me make sure this deck doesn't get mixed up with the other one. Okay, the moon, like I said before, illusion. Now, notice how to compare these together with, he's gonna end the debate feeling fearful, feeling like, oh crap, I think I've really been seen, and I'm feeling very, very insecure. But over here, the external influences on Tim are him. Tim's really, he's going to be like the best an Aries can be, which is very, very present with what's going on around him and picking up on the vibes over here and trusting his instincts. That's what a good Aries does. Or an evolved Aries, I should say. So, yeah, that's interesting. Now that I can see I've got a little more room, let me move some things over. Let's give Tim some more room over here, because this is pretty straightforward. But yeah, I just feel like we can expect Tim to be coming from his higher self in his authority and calling out the bullshit and the lies. Oops, all right. Sorry, YouTube, I'm not supposed to cuss. The BS and the lies, and protecting the military. Definitely protecting the military, or having his say about that. He's going to bring that out, because we know that either military, police, any type of protection that there is. Maybe something comes up about I can't say what, or maybe it just comes up over and over again, because this little guy over here, JD, is running on everything that Trump is about, even though he doesn't really even, JD Vance does not even really know who he is enough to hold his own with somebody who is truly grounded in their authority and can call it like it is. And Tim is coming from his inner calling, like I said. Inner calling, connected to his higher self, in his leadership, in his authority, telling the truth, protecting women, protecting family. His big challenge is just going to be about which information do I give out, but because there's so much, right? Like I think he's going to have to be really careful not to talk about the couch. I think that's what that's about. Yeah. Taking a stand, but trying to figure out which little hill to get on, and be careful. A strategic battle plan, that's what I'm getting there. And this guy over here, he's just a friggin' mess. He's a mess. So, okay, happy Sunday, you guys. Take good care. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll be back in a couple days with another reading. Okay, bye.